The Grace I Give Myself by Lakeisha Tober, LPCS, CAMS2. Dedicated to overthinkers, perfectionists, overachievers, those who are recovering from microaggressions, and those paralyzed by fear of judgment and failure. May you give yourself grace, show yourself compassion, and speak to yourself with kindness like you give to others. When I choose to give myself forgiveness, I release the burden of that mistake I made last week. As I let go of it, I realize there are many moments in my life where I've held on too tightly to past errors. With each release, I feel lighter, inviting me to take a deep breath, a breath of self acceptance. In that breath, I acknowledge that I've been too hard on myself, forgetting that it's okay to simply be. So I pause on purpose, allowing myself to rest, free from judgment. In this stillness, I offer myself the gift of emotional grace. This grace reminds me that it's normal to feel vulnerable, to experience highs and lows, and that my emotions deserve compassion. As I sit with these feelings, I begin to hear a gentle voice, a whisper from within that tells me I'm enough, just as I am. I remember that grace is not about perfection, but about embracing my humanity, flawed and all. And with this acceptance, I grant myself the freedom to make mistakes. I no longer need to live in fear of failing. This grace of imperfection opens doors to taking new risks, to grow, and to try again. I began to feel confident, not in my achievements, but in the strength it takes to keep going. With this confidence, I allow myself to celebrate, to honor not just the victories, but the journey itself. In my celebration, I extend joy to others, inviting them into my story, and in turn, realizing the abundance of love I have to give. As I give love, I feel it reflected back to me. With each reflection, I choose to offer myself even more grace. The grace of compassion, of patience, of understanding. Each type of grace builds on the last, becoming a cycle of kindness that begins and ends with me.